In the unfolding narrative of this fantastical realm, we find our characters at a critical juncture. Sidi, a vigilant and intuitive warrior, detected the unmistakable presence of Wayne, a formidable figure whose motives remained shrouded in uncertainty. Sidi, ever the astute tactician, recognized that the time for confrontation was not opportune. Instead, he sought to employ a stratagem to divert Wayne's attention, allowing him to approach the enigmatic figure cautiously. With a swift and calculated move, Sidi created a perfect replica of himself, a clone imbued with his combat prowess, and dispatched it to engage the enigmatic Sophie, leaving him free to proceed towards Wayne. This tactical maneuver was driven by Sidi's instinctual understanding that the clock was ticking, and he needed every fleeting moment to ensure the revival of the dormant dragon, a crucial endeavor that held the key to the nation's fate. Meanwhile, Matteo, a steadfast ally whose unwavering dedication to their mission mirrored Sidi's determination, shared the conviction that time was of the essence. He believed that a slight delay could mean the difference between victory and calamity. In a hushed, hurried exchange with Eleanor and Sidi, Matteo conveyed his belief that just a little more time was needed for the dragon's reawakening. Urged Matteo to entreat Eleanor and Sidi to join the battle against Wayne and Sophie. Their shared mission was clear: to protect and preserve the ceremony that would revive the dormant dragon, thereby safeguarding the realm from impending doom. Eleanor and Sidi, fueled by the urgency of their task, heeded Matteo's call without hesitation. With unwavering determination and a shared understanding of the cataclysmic consequences of failure, they rallied together and set their sights on Wayne, the enigmatic adversary whose powers seemed boundless. As Eleanor and Sidi surged forward, their intent was clear: to thwart Wayne's intentions, to protect the sacred ceremony, and to ensure the dragon's revival. But Wayne, a master of the arcane arts, had no intention of yielding to their resolve. With a flourish of his potent magic, he wove a spell of incapacitation that sent both Eleanor and Sidi sprawling to the ground, their consciousness slipping into the embrace of a deep slumber. Matteo, from his vantage point, watched with growing trepidation as Wayne's powers unfolded. It became increasingly apparent that Wayne's abilities were far beyond what they had anticipated. In the midst of their desperate struggle, Wayne seemed almost disinterested, a testament to the extent of his might. Princess Chloe, a figure of regal grace and profound concern for her realm, was aghast at the unfolding chaos. She realized that the fate of her kingdom hung in the balance, and the ceremony, once set in motion, was a force too formidable to be halted. Desperation gnawed at her heart as she implored Matteo to cease the ceremony, to salvage what remained of their world. Matteo's laughter, tinged with a hint of madness, echoed through the tumultuous scene. He dismissed Princess Chloe's plea with a smirk, claiming that the ceremony had reached a point of no return long before their confrontation with Wayne. As the ceremony's conductor, he reveled in the irreversible course it had taken, a course that seemingly spelled doom for the kingdom. Princess Chloe, now standing at the precipice of despair, could only wonder about the uncertain future that lay ahead. A creature of legendary dread, be resurrected from its slumber. In this moment of uncertainty, a pivotal revelation emerged from the lips of Wayne, a figure known for his unyielding resolve. With a composed demeanor that concealed his true intentions, his proclamation was as astonishing as it was unexpected. He divulged that he had no intention of thwarting the impending resurrection ceremony. The words hung in the air, leaving Princess Sophie and her trusted confidant, Matteo, utterly aghast. Matteo, his disbelief palpable, confronted Wayne with a pointed question, questioning the very sanity of his decision. He spoke of the suffering endured by the innocent denizens of this land, the anguish borne by spirits entangled in an ancient curse. He argued that the dragon, the very heart of their misfortune, should be eradicated, a bold and audacious plan that would tie the threads of destiny in an unexpected manner. Princess Chloe, her heart heavy with the weight of responsibility, dared to point out the dire consequences of such an audacious endeavor. She knew that, despite Wayne's formidable powers, the dragon was an entity beyond reckoning. Its resurrection, left unchecked, would bring devastation upon their beloved land. Wayne, however, offered reassurance in the face of impending catastrophe. With unwavering confidence, he declared that he would not permit the dragon to wreak havoc upon their realm under any circumstances. He hinted at a carefully crafted plan, one that would not only subdue the dragon, but also ensure the kingdom's safety. Princess Chloe, torn between trust and skepticism, decided to place her faith in Wayne's enigmatic plan. Her resolve to safeguard her kingdom compelled her to accept Wayne's unconventional proposition. With newfound determination, Matteo issued an enthusiastic proclamation. He urged Wayne and his allies to prove their mettle by confronting the looming threat, the giant dragon that was on the cusp of resurrection. As the dispelling ceremony reached its culmination, Mateo beckoned the colossal entity to emerge. A burst of radiant purple light pierced the sky, casting an eerie glow upon the town's bewildered inhabitants. The sudden spectacle left them in a state of shock and incomprehension. Their collective confusion mirrored the tumultuous events unfolding before them. In the midst of this surreal display, the colossal form of the dragon ascended, encased in an ominous shroud of purple aura. Fear gripped the hearts of onlookers as they bore witness to this awe-inspiring and terrifying manifestation. The king, in his desperation, commanded his knights and magicians to assemble, knowing that the hour of reckoning had arrived. As the immense power of the dragon surged, Mateo, poised on the precipice of destiny, held a crimson orb in his hand, a key to his dominion over the ancient beast. His triumphant laughter echoed through the chamber as he gloated over his newfound mastery, confident in his ability to command the mightiest being in existence. Wayne, undaunted by Mateo's bravado, resolved to face the colossal dragon head-on. With a determination born of unwavering conviction, he assured Sophie, Princess Chloe, and all those who placed their faith in him that he would not falter in this decisive moment. He extended his gratitude to Sophie for her unwavering trust, even as he offered a heartfelt apology to the princess for manipulating the events that had led to this precipice. The princess, her resolve unwavering, questioned Wayne about the true nature of his plan. She sought assurance that he could save their country from impending catastrophe. Wayne's response was unequivocal. He affirmed his commitment to safeguarding the realm and its people, offering his word as a solemn promise. The princess, her heart aflutter with hope, extended her hand in a gesture of trust, sealing their pact. With a final plea for Wayne's survival, the princess beseeched him to overcome the insurmountable odds they faced. Wayne, with unwavering determination, accepted her request and pledged to emerge victorious. With a flash of his teleportation spell, he vanished from their midst, re-emerging at the city gates, where the ominous presence of the colossal dragon awaited. Mateo, emboldened by his dominion over the dragon, sneered at Wayne from his vantage point, convinced that victory was within his grasp. As the colossal dragon unleashed a torrent of smaller draconic entities, Wayne's mastery over ancient onmyoujutsu came to the fore. With a commanding presence, he summoned the Shikigami, 12 heavenly generals of unparalleled power. To these celestial guardians, Wayne issued a single resolute command to strike back against the draconic onslaught with unwavering resolve. With sullen expressions, the 12 heavenly generals prepared to meet the challenge, their determination mirroring the gravity of the task at hand. In the climactic showdown between Wayne and the colossal dragon, the fate of the kingdom hung in the balance. With allies divided and powers unleashed, the stage was set for a battle of epic proportions, one that would determine not only the destiny of these valiant heroes, but also the future of their cherished land. In the midst of the cataclysmic confrontation, Rollo seized the dragon from his office, whose unconventional perspective painted the unfolding drama in a different light. As Rollo laid eyes upon the awe-inspiring visage of the dragon, its indomitable strength evident as Wayne had warned, he couldn't help but be drawn to the impending spectacle. While the fate of the kingdom teetered on the precipice of destruction, Rollo found an irreverent glint of amusement in the dire circumstances. He couldn't suppress a careless remark that escaped his lips, a testament to his character's penchant for audacity even in the gravest of situations. He mused, albeit somewhat thoughtlessly, that perhaps it was time for him to get serious, a rare occurrence, given his propensity for a carefree demeanor. As the colossal dragon took to the skies, Mateo, the orchestrator of the looming chaos, exhibited an uncharacteristic restraint. He didn't linger to savor his apparent victory, recognizing the looming threat that he himself had unleashed. The dragon, an embodiment of unparalleled power, prepared to unleash its destructive fury in the form of a malevolent purple beam of mana. This single devastating attack held the potential to obliterate the entire capital city, leaving it in ruins. Wayne, astute and ever vigilant, grasped the dire implications of the impending onslaught. He couldn't help but acknowledge the catastrophic scale of the dragon's impending assault, a force that could lay waste to the heart of their kingdom with chilling efficiency. In the face of such overwhelming power, Wayne knew that there was no room for hesitation. With a swift invocation of his teleportation spell, Wayne ascended into the heavens, his eyes locking onto a surprising companion in this pivotal moment. Rollo, with his distinctive laughter ringing out, appeared by Wayne's side in a show of unexpected solidarity. Their convergence was marked by an unspoken understanding, an acknowledgement that they were both driven by a common purpose. In a moment of shared determination, Wayne and Rollo steeled themselves for the formidable challenge that lay before them. The sight of the colossal dragon, an embodiment of terror and might, spurred them into action. With unwavering resolve, they vowed to confront this seemingly insurmountable adversary together. Wayne, who had borne the weight of responsibility for safeguarding the kingdom, found solace in Rollo's presence. Their unity and purpose promised a reservoir of strength that would prove invaluable in the battle ahead. Yet, as they braced themselves for the impending clash, Matteo, still defiant and deluded by his perceived superiority, taunted them from the shadows. Matteo, with a malevolent gleam in his eye, dismissed Wayne and Rollo's resolve with scorn. He reveled in the belief that even in unity, they were powerless before the might of the colossal dragon. He mocked them, promising to send them on a one-way journey to the underworld. As the colossal dragon prepared to unleash its devastating attack, a fearsome purple beam of mana surged from its gaping maw. The intensity of the assault was beyond comprehension, a force capable of erasing the city and all within it from existence. Yet Wayne, the master of arcane arts, and Rollo, his newfound ally, refused to yield. With a synchronized display of their formidable abilities, Wayne conjured a protective shield of potent magic, while Rollo, with his own unique powers, erected a barrier of equal resilience. Together, they defied the dragon's wrath, their shields absorbing the brunt of the cataclysmic assault. In that moment, Wayne couldn't help but marvel at the sheer potency of Rollo's barrier magic, an impressive display of mana that surpassed any he had encountered before. Matteo, witnessing his carefully orchestrated plan foiled by the indomitable duo, seethed with frustration. His expectations of an effortless victory had crumbled before his eyes. He raged against Wayne and Rollo, declaring that their triumph over this single attack did not equate to victory over the dragon itself. He pointed to a looming threat, a brood of lesser dragons spawned by the colossal beast. The knights and magicians, resolute in their duty to protect their kingdom, unleashed their formidable spells and weaponry upon these lesser dragons. Yet their efforts proved futile, for the creatures possessed an inherent magic resistance that rendered conventional attacks impotent. It was a grim realization that threatened to tip the scales in favor of chaos. Amidst the despair, a ray of hope emerged. Keijin, a mysterious figure endowed with remarkable abilities, unleashed her cherry blossom flash technique, dispatching one of the lesser dragons with astonishing ease. The magicians and knights, their astonishment evident, watched as this formidable warrior dismantled the creatures in a single, graceful strike. The enigmatic Tenkyu, with his spirit eyes of truth, possessed an ability that defied conventional explanation. He employed this otherworldly power to devastating effect, rendering several of the lesser dragons powerless in an instant. Their demise was swift and unforgiving, leaving a trail of defeated adversaries in their wake. Seiryu, a master of aquatic magic, harnessed the very essence of water with her Mizuru compression, a whirlpool of elemental force. Her spell surged forth, engulfing and extinguishing a multitude of lesser dragons in a torrent of watery might. The efficiency of her technique left an indelible impression on those who witnessed it. Tenku, acknowledging Seiryu's formidable prowess, praised her for her unwavering dedication to their mission. Her modest response was marked by a smile, a testament to her belief in Wayne's directive, to administer a resounding defeat to their draconic foes. Suzako, Dane, Toda, Byaku, Kauchin, and Teimo each possessed their unique abilities and strengths. United in purpose, they methodically dismantled the lesser dragons, one by one, with unwavering determination. Their coordinated efforts left Matteo reeling, as the once formidable creatures fell before their relentless onslaught. Amidst the chaos, Rollo couldn't help but comment on the unexpected prowess of these unheralded fighters. His observation hinted at a greater tapestry of talent that lay hidden beneath the surface, individuals whose formidable abilities had yet to be fully revealed. Wayne, ever the perceptive strategist, couldn't shake a lingering sense of unease. The ease with which they had dispatched the lesser dragons seemed at odds with the grand scheme of their adversary. He pondered the implications of this apparent disparity, realizing that the colossal dragon held secrets yet unrevealed, even if they had momentarily gained the upper hand. In the midst of chaos, with the colossal dragon looming ominously overhead, Rollo stepped into the forefront of the unfolding battle. His voice, filled with determination and a touch of audacity, cut through the tension that hung heavy in the air. "Let's see what a giant dragon can do," Rollo declared, directing his words toward Wayne. He had made a strategic decision. He would be the one to launch the attack, leaving Wayne to assume the pivotal role of defense. Wayne, ever the tactician, responded with a simple "okay," accepting the division of responsibilities. The partnership between Rollo and Wayne was marked by a profound sense of trust and camaraderie. Wayne's presence, steadfast and reliable, offered Rollo a source of reassurance amid the turmoil that surrounded them. As they prepared to face the colossal dragon, their roles clear, Rollo as the aggressor and Wayne as the guardian. Their synchronized movements and unspoken understanding painted a portrait of unity in the face of adversity. Rollo, emboldened by the weight of his chosen role, positioned himself squarely before the awe-inspiring beast. In a moment of reflection amidst the impending clash, he addressed Matteo, the mastermind behind this grand upheaval. Rollo's thoughts meandered through the labyrinthine passages of time, tracing the contours of Matteo's ambitions. Matteo, Rollo reflected, had always been driven by ambition, a trait that had marked him even in his formative years. But Rollo had never imagined that Matteo's aspirations would take such a dark and perilous turn, leading him down the treacherous path of rebellion against the kingdom he had once vowed to protect. With a sense of responsibility that weighed heavily on his shoulders, Rollo acknowledged his own complicity in the unfolding tragedy. He admitted that he had failed to discern the growing darkness that festered within Matteo's heart. And now, as the kingdom teetered on the brink of ruin, Rollo took upon himself the mantle of responsibility, vowing to vanquish the colossal dragon and, in doing so, shoulder the burden of his own shortcomings. In response to Rollo's earnest declaration, Matteo, his voice tinged with arrogance and defiance, dismissed Rollo's sense of responsibility with a scoff. He belittled Rollo's lofty intentions, reminding him that he was not the prophesied awakened one destined to confront the encroaching darkness. In Matteo's eyes, Rollo's efforts were futile, a feeble struggle against the inexorable tide of destiny. As the confrontation continued to unfold, the colossal dragon ascended higher into the sky, its movements growing ever more pronounced. Wayne, ever the vigilant observer, discerned the subtle nuances in the dragon's actions. He recognized that the beast had not yet unleashed its full power, and this realization only heightened his sense of caution. Amidst the turmoil, Matteo revealed a glimpse of his malevolent intent. He hinted at a sinister plan, explaining the significance of their chosen location for the confrontation. It was a site carefully chosen to serve as a focal point, a magnet for the corrupting and malevolent energy known as miasma that had plagued the kingdom. Matteo's diabolical scheme was to harness this dark force, using it to amplify his own power and further his nefarious designs. He spoke of a gathering of miasma, a malevolent tide that threatened to engulf all in its path. The implications of Matteo's plan were dire, and it was clear that he intended to unleash unimaginable destruction upon Al-Sera. However, before the colossal dragon could complete its sinister plan, Rollo unveiled a spell of unprecedented potency, a spell known as Annihilate. With unwavering resolve, he directed this formidable incantation toward both the colossal dragon and Matteo. As the mana waves surged forth from Rollo's spell, the consequences were staggering. The colossal dragon, the embodiment of terror, and Matteo, the orchestrator of chaos, began to disintegrate before their very eyes. Rollo explained the true nature of his unique spell, an unforgiving force that erased anything it touched, leaving no trace of existence in its wake. Matteo, caught off guard by the sheer magnitude of Rollo's power, could hardly believe the severity of his predicament. He muttered in disbelief, unable to escape the impending fate that had befallen him. In a matter of moments, he vanished from their midst, leaving behind only the echoes of his malevolence. With Matteo's disappearance, Rollo might have been tempted to believe that the battle had reached its conclusion. Yet Wayne, the ever-discerning strategist, remained vigilant. He couldn't help but question the incongruity of the situation. If Rollo could single-handedly deal with the colossal dragon and its malevolent master, what did it mean for the dire vision that Princess Chloe had foreseen? Wayne sensed that there was more to this enigmatic dragon than met the eye. To their astonishment, the colossal dragon reappeared before them, defying the notion of its demise. Rollo, momentarily taken aback, questioned whether his age had finally caught up with him. It was apparent that the colossal dragon's mana had surged, signifying the emergence of its true form, a revelation that left them with an even more formidable adversary to contend with. Rollo, undeterred by the dragon's resurgence, resolved to continue his relentless assault. His strategy was clear: he would erase the dragon as many times as necessary, preventing it from returning to the fray. Rollo launched his Annihilate spell once more, but this time, the colossal dragon had a countermeasure, a powerful barrier. The barrier, infused with the dragon's potent magic, repelled Rollo's mana waves, sending them hurling back toward him. It was a startling turn of events that left Rollo momentarily vulnerable. Yet Wayne, the resourceful defender, intervened. He summoned his own formidable spell, erase magic, effortlessly dispelling the returning attack and shielding Rollo from its devastating effects. Rollo, taken aback by Wayne's prowess, could hardly fathom the depths of his capabilities. Wayne's timely intervention saved Rollo from the full brunt of his own spell, a testament to their synchronized teamwork. As the realization of Wayne's strength settled in, Rollo acknowledged the crucial role Wayne had played in their defense. With a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect, Rollo and Wayne exchanged roles. Rollo declared that he would assume the mantle of defense, entrusting Wayne with the responsibility of leading the attack. Wayne, accepting the challenge, affirmed his commitment to the task at hand. Rollo, drawing upon his formidable magical abilities, erected a protective barrier known as the Absolute Area. Within this impenetrable field, both the colossal dragon and themselves were enclosed, creating a battleground isolated from the outside world. The barrier served as a containment field, preventing attacks from escaping and endangering the kingdom, a testament to Rollo's formidable abilities and his unwavering dedication to their mission. Wayne, now positioned for the attack, unsheathed his sword with purpose and determination. He knew that the fate of Alcera and its people hung in the balance, resting on the outcome of this climactic battle. With Rollo's assurance that he would safeguard the kingdom, Wayne was free to unleash his full power without reservation. As he steeled himself for the battle ahead, the echoes of their shared resolve reverberated through the battlefield, a battlefield where destiny and determination would collide in a final cataclysmic showdown of unimaginable proportions.